Make sure I'm live. That's not what I wanted to do. That is. Take this. Copy. All right, guys. I'll give you some time to anybody to get in here. And we'll start. Actually, I want to make sure I'm live first. Ah, there we go. How do you change this? It's not allowing me to change it. Nope. Refresh. There we go. There we go, guys. All right. All right, we are live on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, on Twitch, on Kick, on all these platforms. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come over here and, join me on this day to where today looks pretty good in a lot of different positions. And I hope you guys have, found a way to invest in at the bottom. I know there's some people that have reached out to me and said, "Look, I'm so like livid. I'm so upset with myself with the fact that they didn't buy it at the low, or they sold before they got to the low, or they sold at the low and they didn't rebuy because they would now have to buy back higher." I understand where you're coming from. I understand how you could be upset. Well, that's filled up with water. But yeah, there's always opportunities no matter what. There's opportunities. Good morning from Paris. Are you you watching the are you going to the Olympics and multiple events, or it's just an everyday situation for you, TJ? Hit my bonus. Bought 4,200 XRP. That's amazing. You can hear me. Thank you for letting me know. What's up, Matt? What's going on, Kenneth? What's up, Matt? What's up, Japan? 24K. Hey, Jackie. Afternoon from JHB, South Africa. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, D'Artagnan. Good morning, Swamp Donkey Crypto. Good morning, Matt. Hope all is well and many blessings. Yeah, I mean, everything's going pretty good right now. So, yeah, I have nothing to really complain about at the moment. Had a good workout this morning. I honestly didn't want to wake up for the workout, but I'm glad that I did because it was a great workout this morning. We did back, and my back feels great. Yeah, thank you for asking. $2 trillion market cap, here we come. I mean, we're already at a $2 trillion market cap. We're at a $2.03 trillion market cap. So we're looking for a 3 trillion and 4 trillion and 5 trillion. We're looking for those levels. When it dumps, I always get happy and buy more because the next day or two, it's always green again. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a little bit more of a unicorn situation for this fall, though, because it was maybe 4 or 5 days in a row to where things were negative, not as aggressive the first day, but then getting a little bit more aggressive as you move along. And then it got down to certain levels where it hit liquidation points, which created massive drops. So it was a little bit more of an extensive drop. And while I do typically invest on these down days, I had 4 or 5 days in a row where I was trying to invest at the lower and lower levels. Obviously, investing the most money that I had into it while it was at its absolute low. And I'm glad that I saved money to do so. When I dumps, I always write that. Luna will make us rich. I'm I believe that's the case. Lunik definitely has the opportunity. I have 56, 57, I think, million sitting on my hands with that and waiting for the altcoin season to happen. Holding firm. The market is ugly, but opportunity is there to load up and hold. Um, well, I feel like the market is looking a lot better today than it was the past couple of days. The bigger the dump, the bigger the rise. Yeah, that's true. Hey, was the Serbia Australia basketball game and two beach volleyball quarterfinals? Oh, you were at two beach volleyball quarterfinals. Um, I watched I watched the U.S. lose in I think it's the quarterfinals. Yeah. Then there's the semis. Then there's the finals, right? So yeah, I watched two of the American um, teams lose. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Olympics, mainly track and field and basketball. I would be watching more women's basketball if Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and were playing rather than Tarasi. I feel like she has enough gold at this point. Um, the mission is to win gold, and you know that the U.S. is going to win gold for the women's, and I would like to see Caitlin play, and it would just make attendance that much better. I don't understand why they're not utilizing her a lot more. And yes, she may feel like a workhorse at times because she's probably the most popular player in the WNBA, and it's Caitlin and Angel right now are their Magic and Bird, and if they decide to squander this opportunity, um, they lose out on literally creating a multi-million dollar, if not billion dollar, multi-hundred million dollar, um, you know, business and expanding and creating more teams and having more money that's paid out to women. So I'm excited for that, but I wish she was playing in the Olympics. Um, Good morning, Matt. Wait, sorry, let me finish that. Was good to change my mind after the last few days on crypto. Oh yeah, it's just completely distracted you. Good morning, Matt. How's it going? Do you think the meme coin Grok is still worth holding? I don't really hear you talk about it anymore. Please let me know. Thank you. So I still think it's worth holding. I still have it. I still have it invested at $7,000. Um, I do. I don't really hear too much about Grok itself, but I do believe that it's going to have some push in the altcoin season, and I just hope the altcoin season comes soon because meme coin meme coin popularity only lasts for so long when you don't have major movement in the markets. Because when you have major movement in the markets and everything is exploding, people are looking for the next best thing because they missed whatever this was. Right? Bohm runs to a certain price, they missed that. Pepe runs to a certain price, they missed that. Floki runs to a certain price, they missed that. They're looking for something else, so they look to maybe a cat coin, maybe they look to Grok, or maybe they look to GameStop. And I have all of these, and I want to see them succeed. I want to see them grow a lot faster, a lot quicker. But it all depends on when altcoin season happens. So yeah, I think Grok is worth holding, but that's, again, it's my opinion on what I have here. I don't know when and where you invested in Grok, but I think I'm down on that position. If I go to my portfolio really quick, I think I'm down on Grok right now. Yeah, I'm down by $2,000 on Grok. So I still believe it's an opportunity, even though I have it here. But it's also not the largest part of my portfolio. Um, so if you have gains, it doesn't hurt to take those gains. I'm not going to tell anybody to hold on to everything for dear life. Um, but I still believe in Grok. I still believe in a lot of these positions and how far they can go. The potential for all of these have not been shown yet. Maybe Teller has been shown, but getting up to that point, you have so much room for growth. Memes bounce back fast and hard. That's true. It does. A lot of memes we see automatically like pick up out of nowhere. We saw the same thing with um, Dogecoin, with Shiba Inu. We see it with Grok, where it pumped from a really low level of like 0.000 like 3 or 2 all the way up to 7, and then getting to 1 cent, getting to 2 cents. Do you still have your Kraken portfolio? Yes, I still have my Kraken portfolio. I haven't checked it out in a while. Let me go back here. Let me see if I can log in. No, it's gonna ask me for something else. Some maybe like a. Is there two-factor authentication? I can't remember. Let me see. I don't think that's the right password, but we'll see. Unable to sign in because the password was wrong. Maybe this is it. Use your hardware key or device passkey to continue. What? I don't think I don't have a device key. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I guess I do have a key. Um, so yeah, this is sitting down from where it was. Obviously, with everything that how it collapsed in the last month, it's down $81 or 9%. Um, which honestly, I don't truly understand how it's down that much. I know, what's it called, TIA or what is it, Celestia came down quite a bit. That's at $24.96. But I already made about $100+ on that investment. But we see other things that are also at lower lows, right? Anchors at a low point. Um, but let's see what's at a negative point. Anything below $5. So all of these that are below $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So there's a lot that are below $5 that are actually at a loss compared to, where they were. But, ultimately I want to see how far this does go, especially in the altcoin season. I'm just holding this and seeing where it gets to. I do want to move my Terra Luna Classic over here and get it off of the station wallet, but I haven't gone around to do that yet. Let's give you an update on the market itself and show you where everything is. So currently, Bitcoin is up by 4%, 4.4% today, up to a $1.13 trillion market cap. Ethereum is up 2.6%, up to $2,520 to a $302 billion market cap. BNB is up to a $72 billion market cap, around the $500 mark. Solana, 153. The movement from like 110 to 150 is crazy. You see the percentage gain compared to everything else. Solana is up by 10% here, still down by 16% over the last 7 days, but up by 10% today alone. XRP is also up by 3%, up to 51 or almost 52 cents. Dogecoin up 5%, up to 10 cents, which is great to see, especially being at 8 cents. And I'll go through my dividend, or not my dividend portfolio, my Margex portfolio as well. Cardano is up by 4%. You're seeing Tron that's up by 1%, 4% for Avalanche, 3% for Shiba Inu. Litecoin is up by 2%, 7% for Near Protocol. Caspa is up by 4%, back up to about 17 cents, which is great compared to where it was, 13 cents, right? Uniswap 6%, 4% for Internet Computer, 7% for Pepe. That's some large movement there. And Kronos is seeing 4%. And let's see, Cosmos 5%. Let's see what's moving the most in the top 100. Looks like PopCat is up by 37%. Dog with Hat is up by 27%. Floki 14%, 10% for SUI. And HNT and Bonk and Solana around the 10% level as well. Anything that's dropping, Maker is decreasing. You see Little DAO that's decreasing. And some stable coins that are slightly decreasing, but majority of things are positive today. Some things that are trending right now. We have Bitcoin that's trending, which is down in the last 7 days, 13%. Super Trump is trending. It's up by 13% in the past 24 hours. We're looking at about a $10.9 million market cap, $11 million market cap. Pepe, Solana, Ethereum, a lot of the larger coins are trending as well. Anything that is, let's see, not bigger gainers and losers, but just maybe recently added that we have a lot of volume for. So whatever this is, what Matrix, it's Max is the coin symbol, and it's sitting at a fully diluted market cap of 326 million with $95 million worth of volume created on the Polygon blockchain. So that's something that I like to look at. I always like to look at things that have the most volume, but also have not little supply, but little supply to add to the table. But these are fully diluted market caps, not just what their market caps are. So you have to manage that as well. But yeah. If we go into my Margex portfolio, this is where a lot of things stand right now for Margex. And again, there's still, even though things look aggressively green, besides this, LTC position that's over here, even though things look aggressively green, it does not mean that I am aggressively green overall. I have 12 different positions, 11 of them are in the green, and more significantly in the green, right? You see Jasmine coin that's up by $412 or 206%. You see Solana that's up by 174% or $174. I honestly should have put more into Solana, but I was a little bit iffy because I always thought Solana has more of a reaction and does pull back pretty hard. So I was like, what if it does pull back below 100? So let me just put $100 here, and then we'll see how that does play out. Should have definitely put the 400 that I wanted to put in there. But either way, still up 174%. I'll probably get to a point of like 160, 170. I'm thinking of letting it ride to 200 plus and then going from there, but we'll see how that plays out. Link is up by 91%. You have 124% for Pepe. I'm up 205% for Jasmine coin, 107 for Dogecoin, another Litecoin that's at 58%, 24% for BTC, 48% here, 20% here. This is AVAX, 20% here, which is LTC again. XRP is at 53%, and then 69% for Ethereum, which I have 2,000. That's the largest one that's there. And I'm looking to see that grow to a value of about 4,500, maybe 5,000, and we'll go from there. But yeah, this is a point of recovery for this copy trading portfolio because a lot was lost in that downturn, and I'm looking to see it completely succeed and fully bounce back to where we're a net positive again. Not only a net positive, but for anybody that's new that gets into the copy trading portfolio, you're gaining quite a bit as we do grow. So even though things are positive overall, it's still inherently negative. But For my main portfolio, obviously, it's not. So yeah, if you want to get started in Margex, I have the link to Margex in the chat. I have it pinned to the top of the chat if you want to get started. It's a great platform to where you can leverage trade $1 if you wanted to. You can leverage trade at 5x leverage, 100x leverage. Depends on whatever position you see that has an opportunity in front of your eyes. Anyways, let's go back into what's happening with everybody else. What are you guys saying in the markets? What do you want to look at? Pepe is the meme coin of choice for me. It seems like that is that's making some moves, right? I see the popularity. I love the red day, bought more of the memes. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, Matt. Yo, man, I enjoy your content. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. How are you, bro? Any thoughts on Ondo Finance? Will it go to $10? Thank you. I haven't actually I haven't invested into it. I've looked at it a few times. I don't know if it's down or if it's up. But I've looked at it a few times. I'm trying to see if it's like either up heavily or down heavily, but it looks like it's not. So I don't know if it's in the high top 100. So let's scroll down here. Let's see. Maybe not. It might be right outside of it at this point. There it is. It's sitting at a $1 billion market cap. Do I believe it can go to $10? Absolutely. I don't know obviously what it does, but it does have some hype and some popularity behind it being on the Coinbase exchange. Currently sitting at a 73-cent price. We're also seeing $158 million worth of volume with about 15 or 16% volume to market cap ratio. Now, for the supply, I would definitely say that's a little bit tricky because you have a total of 1.3 billion coins in circulating supply. However, total supply is 10 billion. I don't know what their dilution strategy is. I don't know if they're going to add different cryptocurrency coins to the pot. And if they do, that kind of brings down the possibility of getting to a level of $10. However, if they have a longer term, if it's going to be something that happens over the next 12 or 24 months to where they have it unlocked or something like that and not gradually increasing it, then it gives you that ability to get to the $10 mark before the dilution does truly happen, probably at the peak of whatever the altcoin season level for this is. So I would say yes, but probably briefly until we see, the dilution and altcoins start to kind of hit their peak and turn down. Then you see the dilution start to happen. That's my opinion. But again, I haven't dove into the chart heavily. I haven't dove into like what it is and what it does and all of that. You believe Brett can get to a $100 billion market cap this bull run? Are you holding any? I don't at the moment. No. I probably should have bought at the lower level when it was at like 600,000 or 500,000. Sorry, 500 million market cap, but I didn't. I bought a lot of what I already hold. So I should have. There's definitely a lot of opportunity that's out there. Do I believe it's going to get to $100 billion? I'll probably say no. There's always a chance that anything can get to $100 billion. I think that's the level that we look at as like kind of peak popularity at the moment. So there's always a possibility, but I'll say no just because I don't want to say that everything's going to get to a $100 billion market cap. So I would probably push for maybe low tens of billions of dollars worth of a market cap. And then if we see major popularity or that kind of leads the market in the meme coin space, at least for one sector, which would be, base, then yeah, it can go a lot further. But I'll say no for now just to limit expectations. However, it whatever I say shouldn't deter you from being invested into a position. If it's your strategy, it's your strategy. I don't ever want to make that decision for you. I want you guys to find the best opportunity for you, and the best opportunity that works for you and your strategy. How's Lunc? How is Lunc doing? I haven't checked it out. Looks like Terra Luna Classic is up by about 4%. It's at a $374 million market cap. Definitely at a lower market cap than what we want as people that's holding Terra Luna Classic. I currently still have my my coins that's worth 3,716. Sorry, $3,716.34. We're looking at a volume to market cap ratio where the popularity isn't there right now. We're at a 4.16%. But the lower the price is, the better the opportunity to burn off more and more coins. It's just if we don't have the level of volume, then we don't essentially see the burns that we want to see. I haven't checked Lunc burn. Let me see. And how much we've burned on the first, because I know we did a larger burn, right? Lunc burn tracker. And I believe they have the metrics here to talk about Binance's burns. And let's see how much, right? So on the 1st of August, 1.1 billion was burned. And it looks like 1.7 was burned on July 1st. And then June 1st, you had 1.3 billion. So it's consistently around 1 billion that gets burned every month, which honestly is not enough. You need to see a lot of burns to get to trillions of coins that are burned off. But that's kind of the mindset. That's kind of where we want to go. That's the goal. Is to one, see popularity, to see that growth. Even if we don't burn anything, I still believe we have the ability to get to a level of a 1 cent price point, a 2 cent price point. If you're looking at the max level for like $100 billion market cap. But yeah, it's definitely in a spot to where you can visibly see that popularity is just not there right now. And even on YouTube, like we try and talk about it, but you're not really getting the same level of popularity as you did before. And it's all about like kind of like what's popular now. If you can talk about that and you get the views, people will talk about it. I still hold it. I still believe in it, but it's just not something that continuously gets those views. So it's in a good spot. It just could be a lot better if we saw burns. If we established the 1.2% or whatever the burn is, and then we found a way to establish that on exchanges, this would be an absolute game changer. However, I don't even know if we have a process to do that. I try and always bring it back when popularity is low. I want to bring it back to where now we can focus on maybe burning and getting the exchanges to do that, because that would be huge for Terra Luna Classic. It would be huge for the community, and to show that we're not just in it for the gains, we're in it for the survival of the Terra Luna Classic chain. So we'll see. I'm very cold. What's your thoughts on XCN, bro? I haven't looked into it. I haven't looked into it at the moment. I kind of want to get through some stuff, but let's see. XCN. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys can. It does help out the channel, helps out growth and everything there. So feel free to hit that like button. And which is XCN? I guess it would be this position. A $37 million market cap with $4 million worth of volume, 11% volume to market cap ratio, 60% of the supply that's out there. I don't know how long it's been around and what market it's available on. It's available on Coinbase, Kraken, so you definitely have an S tier exchange as well as a tier 1 exchange, so you have that ability to purchase it. We look at the price of 30% of a penny, currently sitting at 1% or 10% of a penny. It looks like it may have a lot of upside. I mean, you're looking at 15 cents here, but I would imagine you had way less supply at that point. It's not going to let me select market cap. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you had, oh no, maybe you didn't. Maybe you had that supply and it was up to a $7 billion market cap, but then immediately tumbled down to now being worth a $30 million market cap. It doesn't look like dilution was really a factor. That's kind of odd. I don't know. Do you think this bull run is mainly meme coins? No. I think you have certain sectors that kind of move first. Typically, you see Bitcoin and Ethereum that do move first. The fact that we saw meme coins get this rush of activity just goes to show how excited people are for altcoin season. But altcoin season hasn't happened yet because we're still at 55, 56% Bitcoin dominance. So it's just a quick showing of what we will see altcoin wise, what we will see meme coin wise. Um, but it doesn't mean that it's only meme coins that we'll see for this altcoin season or this bull run. We're going to see a lot of utility projects that move quite a bit. You're already seeing BNB in a $70 billion market cap before altcoin season happens. You're already seeing Solana at a 60, 70, $80 billion market cap. And that's before you even have altcoin season that's happening. So I'm excited to see what altcoin season truly does give us because it's going to be a lot more than what you're seeing with BNB at a level of 80 or 100 billion. It's going to be at 200 billion. You see Solana at a level of 200, 250 billion. You're going to see Ethereum at a level of maybe approaching the $1 trillion market cap, while Bitcoin approaching the $2 trillion market cap. So yeah, I think crypto is going to be massive. I don't think it's just going to be meme coins. I think it's going to be a lot more than that. Just about to start a late shift in ops. We appreciate you, Matt. Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for letting me know and showing your appreciation. I mean, appreciation goes a long way. Can always rely on this early morning live, coffee and crypto. You can't always rely on it. I mean, I've been live for maybe 3 days in a row, which is definitely a record for a while. And it's because of the fact that, I have both the kids home with me for the summer. It's been difficult for me to go on live. It's been difficult for me to even upload videos or take the time to do anything down here in the studio. Um, because I've been pulling like, double, like triple duty stuff, right? Where I'm working in the middle of making sure the kids are okay, making sure they get breakfast, lunch, making sure they get active time and they're outside and playing and getting away from a screen, while also trying to keep the house clean and then eventually make dinner, and it's just a lot a lot to deal with. Um, so something that what's great is today we're going to go look at a daycare for Hayden, because this is her last year in daycare before she starts. Um, yeah, she was in preschool last year, and this daycare has a preschool as well as you know daycare options to where she goes to school for pretty much the whole day. So while Harper is at school, Hayden will be at school, and then I can go live a lot more and a lot longer without having to worry about that. And what it will be is probably going live a little bit later. I won't be able to officially go live in the morning. What I'll do is probably create any videos that I want to in the morning, and then go live after everybody goes to school. So it probably won't be super early morning at those points, but I don't know. Maybe it will, and maybe we'll just let it ride because Hayden's daycare is not too far away. But then I have to get her ready for daycare. I have to get her breakfast and all that stuff. So it's probably going to be a little bit of a mission. And I have to put Harper on the bus. So We'll see, but we should have more and more live streams. It's just not going to be. I want to make it consistent, but right now, for the time being, until they go to school, it's not going to be as consistent. So let's not expect it to happen every day. Would love to, but let's not expect it. Ludic has a lot. Has lost a lot of interest and popularity. Yeah, I definitely think it has, but the interest and popularity comes back very, very quickly. As soon as you have any type of run, everybody's talking about it. Just like Shiba Inu. If you have a major run where it's like 50%, everyone is talking about it. Hell, even if you have 10%, everybody's talking about it. Hi, Matt. I hear a few people rave about, what's that, Axelar? Axelar? What are your thoughts on it? I don't know. Hearing people rave about it, I haven't heard a single word. But let's see. It's ranked 124. It's ranked 124 by market cap, 121 or sorry, 221 by volume. So we're looking at a $385 million market cap with $19.2 million worth of volume at a 5% volume to market cap ratio. You're looking at 70% of the total supply, which is good. You're not seeing a major dilution opportunity that's there. It is up 11.6%, which is great. Today, it's at a 51-cent price. I don't know what it's about, but it's available on Binance, available on Coinbase, available on Kraken. So it has two S tier exchanges as well as a tier one exchange available for trading. Um, and you also have crypto.com and 79 other trading opportunities there on those platforms. If we go to the last 7 days, it's down by 17%, which is understandable, and you know how everything has fallen, down by 24% in the last month. In the last year, it's still up about 31%. We saw a high of about $2.41, and sorry, and we could see that happen again. We could see it hit those levels again, which would be a $1.4 billion market cap. Now, why is it worth that much? What is it? What does it really do? I see a lot revolving around XRP in the news, but let's see if we can find what it's all about. One thing that sets Axelar apart is a secure cross-chain communication over a dynamic validator. While a handful of projects are using optimistic setups and federated multi-sig I can't say that was Axelar claims to be the only network building these capabilities on proof of stake. Furthermore, the blockchain project has built protocols, APIs, and developer tools that make it easy for application developers to build cross-chain without the need to learn in a new programming language. Our value proposition to the developer is that they can build the on the chain that best suits their use case and background, while letting their users access anything on their decentralized web with one click. As said co-founder Georgios. Um, Interesting. Claims okay, secure cross. So it sounds interesting. I don't know what hype you're seeing about it because this is my first, not my first time hearing about it. I can't say that, but my first time hearing that there is a major amount of hype or everybody's talking about it. So I would like to know that portion before I kind of like dive completely in. But it does look interesting. It looks like it has potential. It looks like it has a use case that it's definitely a utility project, not a meme coin, not based on popularity, but you are seeing, I guess, a little bit of popularity. The volume, though, doesn't really show that compared to where it stands, right? You typically want to see these in line, where it's 124, but then it's also 124 by volume, right? If we go, I don't know, with Pepe, we'll see 25 and then we'll see 11 in volume, right? 1.1 billion dollars in volume. And yes, Pepe is a meme coin, so it's not really the best picture there, but you also see like Solana, right? Five and six when it comes to the volume versus the market cap there. So you want to see a little bit more in that comparison. Bitcoin halving pump should be kicking in October or November as well, usually 6 months after the halving. The halving was in what? Oh, geez, April. So it should be, yeah, October, I guess. I thought it would happen a lot sooner because of all of the popularity, the new faces in crypto, the ETFs in crypto. But I guess the things that are kind of holding this down, in a way, which I guess maybe I'm a part of, is leverage trading. The massive amount of leverages that are going through and the different liquidation points that it hits, that's the problem with how we're seeing this drop so far. I don't think these drops should be as aggressive as they are, but since we have no stopping point, right? For like say the stock market, I mentioned this in one of my last videos. The stock market, if you drop by 7%, the market gets cut off, right? The market is stopped trading for the day. You don't have the ability to go back to it. You can view it, but there's nothing that's going to happen. And if it happens the next day, then you see a cutoff. For crypto, it can drop by 20% and there's no cutoff. There's no issue there. You're just going to see the market continue to drop. And I think maybe that's where the exchanges could come in, to where you exchanges, like all exchanges, and maybe it's something that's regulated where you can find a way to stop trading, but the market never closes, the market never stops. That's the issue, is that you can't do that. And that's what people love about crypto, is that it is more or less unregulated in that manner and always has the ability to be live. You don't have hedge funds hiding behind extended hours that they can access, and it makes it easier for the regular person to go, all right, I can view this at all times and I can make a trade at all times of the day. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. It's this whole thing is just ends up being tricky in the end, and how we get to a level to where it's more consistent. And honestly, I don't know if we ever do. I think it will be consistent, or more consistent. It just won't be as consistent as what we know of from the stock market. Thank you, Matt, for the look into XCN. I think we can hit 10 cents this bull run with this new white paper. It came out on the 1st of August. In your own time, do a bit of research on it. I'll take a look at it. But will all these proxy wars and economic problems affect crypto this time around? I think with crypto following kind of the stock market in a way, I think you're going to have a connection. So if the stock market is seeing some issues, you're going to see the crypto market that's seeing some issues, especially with now traditionalists getting into cryptocurrency. When they put a pause on their trading, they put a pause on all of their trading. So you're going to see that kind of flow together. And when you have firms that are now making these investments into cryptocurrency, not only the traditionalist investing, but the actual holder of that investment that decides to make that investment or not make that investment, that's where it gets tricky. The one thing that would create more consistency is having an all-encompassing ETF rather than just one individual position ETF. Having something that has 40% Bitcoin, 30% Solana, 10% Ethereum, and so on and so forth, that's something that can create a little bit more consistency, because now you're bringing a traditionalist that traditionally holds a lot longer into positions that are kind of an all-encompassing type of thing, where you have a certain amount of money, whatever the money inflow is, that percentage goes to whatever the percentage is, right? So 100% split up into 40% here, 20%, 10%, 5%, whatever. That will make it more consistent. But either way, we're still going to have a major effect on the markets. The only thing is that the stock market will be able to pause, the crypto market will not. So that's something that will have a massive effect, especially if we get into more of a recession. But then if we see people that are like, you know what, I don't want to hold with banks, I want to hold my own money and I'm going to hold with crypto. Maybe it's a different way of looking at it. So I don't know. It's like up in a shot in the dark, up in the air. Looks like on the short term, XRP will retest around 46 and 41 cents before starting really to go up. I'm concerned with a death cross is possible. Stopping the bullish trend. Any thoughts, Matt? I can't necessarily say that. I mean, anything could happen. We all know this. Um, but I I don't think so. I currently have certain I have multiple positions open with a liquidation point of around 40 cents. Um, a couple of positions with a liquidation point, and then obviously I have my main position. I don't necessarily see that. We're gonna get a decision in the end, um, probably somewhere in September, I would say, for September, October. By the end of this year, I would hope we have some sort of a decision with the Ripple versus SEC. And while um, a lot of what people look at are the more, data driven analytical side of things, the chart reading side of things. Um, like overall reactions and the things that we've seen, it's more than just reading the charts. I've read charts time and time again, and I've seen certain indicators and certain patterns that just haven't played out the way that we believed they were going to play out, and it's all because of um, how people how people react to a certain level, and also the liquidations that come in the process of that. The drop that we saw recently was not supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to be that large. However, when you have a a major factor in it, I don't know what the initial sell was, but you have a major factor in it that pulls it back, which then hits a liquidation point, which then hits a liquidation train. That's kind of where you go with this. I don't think it was supposed to be that far of a drop, and that's why you see it recovering by so much at this moment. Um, because it wasn't supposed to be that far, and people are buying back in. But yeah, that was interesting. I'm very tired. Hey Matt, are you buying real world assets, any real world assets, memes or AI tokens for this bull cycle? Um, Not at the moment. Not that I could think of at the moment, or that I'm aggressively investing into. Maybe some sparingly, but I haven't been like mainly focused on those. No. I would say I have some memes. Um, but I don't want to invest into anything brand new. But then again, every time I say that, something new comes up and I'm like, oh, this has an opportunity. So just because I say it doesn't mean it's not going to happen or it is going to happen. Let's just play it by ear. Jasmine would be a good example of what? Kronos is like XRP, nothing happening. I mean, Kronos is definitely, you say Kronos is so dog or doggish. I think Kronos has a lot of opportunity. It does see very, very little volume. I would say it's not like XRP. XRP at least has the volume. CRO does not have like any volume. And it doesn't necessarily need it because it has the holdability to it, people that are staking it, people that are holding it for a long time, i.e. what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, it will have its time. I've been waiting for too long. I mean, we all have. Do you believe this is meme coin bull run? No, I don't. I don't think this is just a meme coin bull run. There'd be so much there. Any thoughts on Cosmos? Yeah, I like Cosmos. I don't know how much I have. I have like 100 something. Matter of fact, let me go over here. I have my portfolio over here, which I believe I have a 100 something. I might have more than that, but I don't know. Cosmos, I have 519. I have 100 over here on my Ledger Live um, wallet. Um, yeah, and I believe I have it staked. Hmm. Yeah, I have total staked in two assets. I have Solana that's staked, and I have my Cosmos that's staked at a 17.5% APR. So in the year, I should be able to gain another 17 Cosmos. I'm looking on holding that for a very, very long time.
Red Star 7311 donated $2 through Super Chat. Jasmine and Caspa 100x.
Jasmine and Caspa 100x. So Jasmine is currently sitting at what, a 2 cent price. 100x would be a $2 price point. Might be a little tricky to say that $2 price point will happen, but honestly, it's not too far away from any type of possibility, right? That's $100 billion market cap, and if you could truly get the value out of what Jasmine Coin is, then yes, a $100 billion market cap is at high level. Obviously, I've been looking for the $1 price point as well as the $1.50 price point for that, which would be a $50 to $75 billion market cap for Caspa. Yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit there. When I look at the price now, I kind of round up. I guess you can say, hey, got to a 20 cent price point. A 100x from that point would be a what, 20 price point. Yeah, so that's kind of iffy, because when you talk about Caspa getting to a $20 price point, a $1 price is like a $20 billion market cap. A $5 price is a $100 billion market cap. So getting to five times, or sorry, four times that, five times it, um, yeah, five times that. This would be a, what was I saying? So 5 cents, 5 cents, or sorry, $5 is, I guess it's actually more because you have the supply. So you're looking at a $4 price at a $100 billion market cap. And then in order to get to a, $40 price, I don't know. You would need to get to, I'm trying to do math here, and I don't even know what math I'm trying to do. But basically, you're trying to get to a $20 price there from where we are. I don't know. I would say no for 100x. I would push more for like a 20x, 30x. I mean, anything could happen. I'm gonna put Caspa aside in my Ledger wallet. I'm gonna put 5,000 aside just in case we do see that, because Caspa definitely has a unique use case. So yeah, please don't yawn. You're making me yawn. I'm sorry. I apologize. Casper, Brett, Jasmine, XRP. Is Hayden awake? I swear I just heard Hayden. Or is that Harper? Hayden is awake. All right. Um, I'm gonna go get them some breakfast. I'll come back downstairs, and yeah, I'll be back. Just give me a few minutes. All right, how's everybody doing? What's going on? I just got a notification for Kronos telling me that Kronos was up to like 8.2 cents, which is great. Obviously not at the level of 15 cents, but still seeing it up a little bit is great. Um, is he talking? I don't hear anything. No, I wasn't talking. I'm talking now. Whatever happened to Doge 20? What did happen with it? I don't know. I haven't been heavily involved in anything kind of outside the top 100 right now for quite some time, so I don't know. Thanks. Hi, Matt. How you doing, Bobby Schaefer? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I don't know if you're here right now, but how you doing? Uh, Casper, Brett, Jasmine, XRP, CRO will set us up big time. I agree. I agree 1000%. Um, Again, if we get into kind of where we are Margex wise, I do want to continue to look at that and see if there are any other opportunities that are out there. But with Pepe up 113% for me, or 83% for Chainlink, 171% for Solana. Solana's definitely up to a higher point. I want to see that get up to about a 190 mark again, maybe even further than that, because 190 would be about a 400%, 300% increase. So it would be about $339 that I gain from the $100 investment, which is fantastic to have. However, um, there needs to be kind of more that's gained there. I feel like the level of 190 is definitely a significant level. Probably going to resist at some of those levels closer to 200. But what I want to see is probably somewhere around 250, or even seeing a level of 400, or even seeing a lot further than that would be 1,200. But that would be a while from now if we would wait that out. So what I would probably do is at a level of maybe 210, 220, maybe even 230. I don't know, 230. That's when I would have like 500%. Obviously, if it does get to that point, if we start to see altcoin season happen before we see any type of pullback, and I hope we don't see a pullback, um, then now, I end up having $516 off of the $100 investment. So I would probably end up taking about 60%, 75% of what that is, and then leaving the rest in there for whatever is yet to come. Or I could just take the whole 516%, which would be about $516 plus the $100 that's there. So $616 that I would put back into the account off of that one investment. So that would be something that I'm definitely very, very interested in. But I would really, really want to see it get to a way higher value of like $400, $500, right? $1,000 Solana. It's like we know that that's coming in the altcoin season. It's just we want to, we kind of want to prepare and we want to collect our initial investments while we have it. Same thing goes for like Pepe. I know Pepe can go to a way higher price than where it stands right now, and I have a $200 margin trade for that. We get up to 170 or $1.07. I know it's not technically at $1.70, but the way that it looks at here, it's 100K times the price of Pepe. So it would be at an 827%, which would be absolutely fantastic. We'd be looking at about $1,600 that we can gain from Pepe there. That'll be amazing. I am set up for Ethereum. I want to set up for that for the long term and see that at a value of about 5,000. And once we see that at 5,000, that's 600% that we can gain, which would be, 6 times the 2,000 that you have there, which would be about 1,200, right? Or sorry, $12,000. And at that point, I would probably take somewhere around the $9,000 mark. I would probably take about 80% of it and then leave the rest that's in there. just for the eventual growth, not only to 5,000 but also to 10. Because if it does get to 5,000, having it at 2,197 is like kind of a steal and is a no-brainer at a liquidation point of 1,700. I would take that any day of the week. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how all of it plays out. So I'm looking for all these things to happen this way. However, we all know that things can go south very, very quickly. Um, and that's why I want to take initial investments and I want to take profit at certain levels. But mainly right now, this mission for these is a recovery mission for what we lost in the downturn. Um, and that will come. I mean, we still have 1,000 that's sitting out in the open for any type of an investment. I'm probably only going to invest about 1 or 2,000 at a time. Guys, we almost have 100 likes. Someone said it. Let's go, 100 likes. We have 113 people here, and we have about 90 likes. We have 89 likes. So we need 11 more in order to get to 100 likes. Also, if you guys want to start leverage trading on Margex or utilizing Margex, feel free to check out my link down below and also in the chat. I put a link in the chat for my Margex referral link. So they are a partner with the channel, and I do get a kickback if you guys sign up with my link, and you also get your bonuses, which come in the form of trading fees. So as you make these trades, you have a boatload of fees to really choose from, and free trades to make at that. And honestly, the costs aren't really that crazy. Like you can see here, this 5x leverage is $1,000 trade. 5x leverage costed me 81 cents. Like that's not a lot. Keep buying all you can and do not lose focus. At the worst, do your DCA, your dollar cost average. You should. Dollar cost averaging is important, especially when you see these downturns of crypto by so much. They're very, very important. I do just want to see a continuation, though, of this continuation of a push. Altcoin season is so close. I can hear it whispers or it's whispers. Yeah, it's right around the corner. Um, Again, I'm very excited for the opportunity to make millions of dollars. Doesn't mean that I will officially make millions, but it means that I will be given the opportunity to do so because I like taking profit. I like collecting my initial investment. I like making sure I'm broken even before anything else could happen. Um, yeah. If you could take the time to check out Lan Wu, a new meme coin, bro. I haven't heard of it. You said it's a new one. I'll look at it. I don't know how low the market cap is. But yeah, that's sitting at a very low market cap to where I feel like I can have some sort of an influence, and I don't want to have an influence on anything. I don't want to be like, oh, this looks interesting, and then um, it's it's like oh well, that only moved because Matt decided to say it looks interesting, you know. Um, so. It's sitting at a $1.1 million market cap and it has $369,000 worth of volume. All the supply is out there from what it said. It's self-reported circulating supply. So that's something you can take into account. I have no idea what it's all about, but that's all the information that I'll put forward. Where do you see PayPay at, and what indicator do you use if you use any for trading? So Pepe definitely has like the sky's the limit type of activity. I'm not going to say like, oh, I believe this can 100% get to a $100 billion market cap, but definitely has some hype and some potential to grow quite a bit. When it comes to my indicators that I use for trading, I typically will use a select amount of indicators. I will use the 200 EMA and the 50 moving average. I'll also use um, the 50 moving average in there as well. Um, Mainly just as certain points, because when you see those touch points in certain time frames, certain candlesticks, you could see where it's going to break down at. And typically, people are looking at those time frames over the last few months. If it's going to be a long-term play for you, then you want to look at it that way as well to see where it's going to bounce and where your lowest point will be for investment. If it is something that's short-term, then you want to obviously look at it short-term as well and see what those bounce points are there. But typically for those indicators, 15 moving average, 50 moving average, 200 moving average, or EMA, you will see that it hits those levels and plays the bounce game off of those levels. Eventually, it comes back to earth, pushes up, comes back to earth, pulls back, pulls down, comes back to earth, and back to earth would be those indicator lines. So that's typically what I do.
Virginiaman donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Hey Matt, what are your thoughts on Matt Fury memes? I am in draggy.
I'll have to look in a second. Give me 1 second. But yeah, those are the indicators that I typically use. It's nothing really complex. I know a lot of people will go, well, you look for a head and shoulders pattern, or you look for a W formation, or you look for a bull flag scenario, which all are great. You can look for that, but in the crypto market, a lot of this charting and looking for patterns and seeing those absolutely explode off of those patterns, um, it's not necessarily always going to come true because crypto is a weird thing to master. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't act the same as if you were in the stock market, as consistent as the stock market. Um, and it definitely reacts more off of that fear and greed that happens there, fear and greed index. So um, when I'm looking at something, it's all based off of where I see it in the moment versus like, oh, well, this is the pattern that we've seen, including the last year. It's like that's a full year. Things have completely changed. We are in a whole new world. You got to look at crypto like it's trending topics. Something trends for maybe a couple of days, and then all of a sudden, it's not really trending anymore, right? Um, Now, with some of the top plays, they can trend for a long period of time. But when we talk about the charting, you have to look at it what's in front of your face right now, and how you believe it's going to react based on what you're seeing in this moment, not based on what you see a year ago or 2 years ago or 5 years ago, because it's a completely different time now. So it's definitely something you have to master with your own strategy, and it's not super difficult. Just don't make it overly complex. Um, Wait, what are your thoughts on Matt Fury's memes? I'm in draggy. I like all of them you're talking about. Um, isn't Matt Fury's memes like Pepe and Brett and all of those, right? For some reason, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah. So I mean, I've reviewed all of them. I've made videos on all of them, and it's honestly very interesting, right? Because they have a lot of hype, they have a lot of potential behind them because of the name, because of where they come from, and the association even with Pepe. I mean, Pepe is the largest. You see Brett making moves as well, being worth over $1 billion. You see Landwolf and Andy that have come up as well. They're not as popular as the two or as Pepe itself, but yeah, it can be huge. We've seen it. Um, I like the popularity of them, but just know that it is something that is short term, not necessarily the um, the uh, the long term look of them. Like they're all meme coins, and it's not to say that they won't succeed, but Oh wow, you're seeing some things pull back just a little bit in the last hour. It's down about 1% for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Um, but not saying that these things won't succeed, they will. It's just understand what you have
Virginiaman
there.
donated $4.99 through Super Chat. I don't look for patterns on the chart, I look at narrative and go with my gut. Lol, crypto is so fast.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. But yeah, I agree. You know, looking for patterns is kind of for the stock market, is for other markets that are more consistent. Um, but just looking for like what's in the moment and honestly going with your gut, it's more of a guess on what is going to happen because crypto people react to crypto in completely different ways. And also the crypto market can react to the reaction, right? So where you have all the liquidations that happen, that reaction could be insanely negative, or you could see a lot of people that are buying at lows because the price is so enticing, right? So yeah, I agree. Oh yeah, not for sure if you guys have ever checked out your state's unclaimed property website. Found out my late mom had a chunk of change just sitting there. I mean, hopefully you used it in the right area. How much Caspa quantity is considered enough? Enough for what? To become a Caspa millionaire? You probably need tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands at this point. I know it was at 5 cents, and you could have had 100,000 coins. But you could still have 100,000 coins at the level that we're at now. I currently have 10,000 coins. That's worth about the $2,000 mark. Now, if you wanted 100,000 coins, you would now need what, $20,000, or technically $16,000, which is not bad. I think it will get to these levels and you'll have 100,000, 200,000, $300,000 if you have 100,000 coins. But I think you definitely need a higher set of coins with the price point that it's at now. What's your thoughts on Jasmine peak price this year? I'm thinking 10 to 20 cents. I want to see that this year. And then I also want to see a level of 50 cents to I don't know, 50 cents to a dollar the year after that. I would love to see $1.50 as well. What about the indicator HG Algo and Happy Caddy Crypto recommends? Yeah, I mean typically that's a good way to dollar cost average in. If you're looking for more of the long term, the HG Algo indicator will definitely do that. I've been able to use that from time and time again when I'm looking for the right price to buy in at during this downfall. And that's where I've been looking at, right? There's been certain levels that you're at where you're at, you have all these support levels. And what this will do is show you the dollar cost average on the way in as well as the dollar cost average on the way out. So, yeah, I mean, when you're looking at a long term aspect of it, absolutely. Um, for what you can get out of that, I guarantee it. Um, Crypto will continue to be volatile until we get proper regulation for the industry. I don't know if that ever will truly help. I still do believe it will be a little bit of a help, but it still will have a factor of um, people leverage trading crypto no matter what, and you'll have those liquidation points. It's just whether people start taking a little bit less of a risk when it comes to leverage trading instead of the, you know, 50x leverage and 100x leverage. You're talking about taking a 5x and 2x and 3x leverages. Anywhere below a 5x leverage will give you some room to kind of work with. If you're at a 10x leverage, 15x leverage, 20x leverage, well, now you're taking a lot of risk. And if it does come back even a little bit, everybody gets liquidated at the same point. It creates that liquidation train, which then still you won't see that consistency. So I would love to see proper regulation over the exchanges, but you can't do it entirely. I have one more question, brother. Sorry. What do you think about Catcoin? They work with three ecosystems: ETH, Sol, BSC. I don't know what it is, but I know Catcoins will be pretty big. Catcoin sits at about a $15 million market cap with $2.3 million worth of volume. The popularity shows 15%, which is great. Volume to market cap ratio. All of the supply looks like it is in circulation, which is great. No dilution within it. And I don't know how many markets it's available on. So it looks like it's available on Gate.io, MEXC, Jupiter, 32 other trading pairs as well, which is not bad to have the ability to access this position. If we look over the last 7 days, down 16%. The last month, it's down 0.8%. The last year, it's up 12,000%. Definitely a lot more of an increase, and I think Catcoins might have a run this year. So Catcoin itself could have a little bit of hype, especially with no dilution and people being saying, hey, this is an entry point and I could buy in and see this succeed. Now, there are a lot of different projects that are being built as Catcoins that could create more and more hype. I got about 3 minutes and then I got to get out of here. If we hit $1.50 on Jasmine, I might buy an island. How much Jasmine do you have? Is a dollar cost average into Caspa and Brett a good strategy? I would say Caspa, dollar cost averaging into Brett for the short term, yeah. I don't believe Brett is going to have like a crazy amount of popularity in the next 10 years. I think it will have popularity in the next year or two, but when it comes to 5 or 10 years, long term strategy, you're not going to really get maybe a ton out of that use case wise. Caspa, on the other hand, you will. Dollar cost average in the Caspa for the long term is something that I'm even looking into, right? I look at about 5,000 in what I have, and I'm actually going to take 5,000 and throw it over into my ledger so that I can just keep that forever and never touch it. That's kind of where I stand. Matt, for some reason, I don't get your YouTube notifications for lives. I see you live on X and go to YouTube. I mean, it happens. YouTube doesn't really send out a ton of notifications when you have other videos. Like I post sometimes 1, 2, or 3 videos a day, plus if I do a live stream. So they don't want to send out notes, blah, 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 blah. They don't want to send out too many notifications, spamming people with notifications. And that's probably the reason why. So it happens. I apologize, though, for putting out too much content. Yeah, we have 149 people here. I would like if you guys liked the video. Feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel. It helps out growth. Just all of the above. I appreciate you guys for even taking the time out of your day to be here. Also, if you guys want to check out my link from Margex, that link is at the top of the chat where you guys can make a decent amount of gains if you find the right opportunities. Just make sure, you're setting your stop losses. Make sure you're being disciplined, more disciplined than what I was with the copy trading portfolio in the beginning, trying to get my feet wet in the copy trading scene. And now we're in more of a recovery standpoint. But my main trades are going still well. Let me actually go back here. My main trades are still going well, with $156 in this XRP position, $90 here, $19 here, $500 for this Jasmine coin position at a 50x leverage. So I'm hype about that. I want to see that go a lot further than where it is right now. Would love to see that at a value of $1. Honestly, I wish I would have done a 50x leverage again at point 1.6 cents. Would have loved that, but also there's like no room for error when you're there. I honestly thought you took a break for a while. Nice to see your lives again. Yeah, I mean, I've been live for or I did take a break from doing live streams because it was very difficult for me to get on. But now I've been doing a couple of live streams. It's the third day in a row. I love live streams. I love talking to you guys. I want to be able to do longer live streams, but I just I still have, like, I have the kids upstairs right now that I have to go back to in like a minute. Make sure you have your notifications set to all of personalized. Got you. Yeah, if you set actually, if you turn off notifications and then turn them back on and then set them to all, you should get the notifications as a newer notification member. But either way, you're still going to get you're not going to get as many notifications, because if I put out 4 videos in a day, that's just too much spamming. You know, they don't want to do that. But anyways, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon. Those links are in the description. Also, again, I got Margex up on the screen. If you guys want to sign up for Margex, feel free to use my link down below. I'm trying to get to the max signups that they do have there. And, you know, obviously with incentives and in a way, it's great to have that. So I appreciate you guys for signing up. They are a partner with the channel, so I do get a kickback. So I appreciate you guys a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get out of here. I will make some videos, some content later today. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. Hopefully all y'all have a good